Guess the bottom of the bottle's got away. 'Cause I got work at 6 a.m. It's getting late, and I don't really know why I despise my home. Guess it's just that cursed mirror that I hate. Maybe I don't want to know the reason why I trade my time with you for bloodshot eyes. Just hope you never realize you ain't the one that gets me high. Oh, but apologies are worthless when they're heard repeatedly. I know the path to forgiveness must start and end with me. I wanna tell you the truth, but I don't exactly know what that looks like. Maybe I would try to find a new horizon, set my bearings to, and I push back against the tides of my design. The only thing I care about in this whole world is you. Against the rocks I crash without your guiding light. Baby, please don't cut the line. And every day I play the game of how to not get caught, simply going through the motions that you taught. And all the while I'm actually hoping you can tell that you're here despite my rage, these cries for help. Won't you please tell me that you still see the person I become just isn't me. At least it isn't who I wanna be. And even though I don't deserve the love that you give me, I swear I'll learn to fight, breed destiny. Maybe then I'll finally find some peace. Instead I'll find a bar and soak in regret and solitude. Leave all these thoughts as words unspoken till they turn to something rude. I wanna tell you the truth. If it decides to show its ugly face, but darling, if you'd only stay, I would sail right through the storm at a blinding 16 nights, throw sail down into the wind and open sky. I know you've given me so many, but please give me one last shot. I swear to God I'll prove myself to you this time. Baby, please don't cut the line. Baby, please don't cut the line. Don't cut the line. She can send it full speed back at you with a wicked grin. I can tell I'm falling fast. And where the hell she get that attitude? She'll will to win. She ain't nothing like my past.
What's up with it? Sup with it. 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 Sorry, trying to figure out, remember how to do this. Hold on. Sup with it. Fuck it. Nah, there it is. Sup with it. What's up, guys? What's that, mate? Oh, but you always. Do you see how I have a showman cat? I didn't even train you. I didn't need to. See? Oh. Yeah. Hi, Bubba. That's me. You gonna say hi? You gonna say hi? No, she's staying by. Well, we did train her, but she's still a cat. I figured a little dabble back into Satisfactory. This would be a good time to test out this little theory with two ways. Both, it gives you a entryway to the new. To see how I look at video games as the full version of them new. Did I say that right? Sorry, I was doing a lot of things at once. Because what I meant to say is that the plan is that motherfucking we're gonna look through the first playthrough. Because Satisfactory has not played a small part in this transition at all. This is all very serendipitous. My life usually is. And that's the thing. Luck is fake too, guys. And why I've already titled like the fact that it's changed from pursuit of happiness to pursuit of profit is the problem. Because happiness is a lot easier to catch and y'all are acting like it's the opposite. So this is how I could see the combination. I'm just gonna not talk. That's perfect. We're a small channel. I'm just gonna not talk, and then keep not talking about deeper shit while we're not talking together. That way, those people that have already been here and have shown their loyalty, and I know may be like uncomfortable like everybody else because y'all are also guilty of things. Y'all are part of the world. But I really need y'all to know that alone, which I am calling you out about, and you can deny it all you want, but it just proves you're not watching the videos, just like the people I'm calling out in my real life. Even though I also, like, I'm just saying, you can't see the good stuff that I've already called graces for you guys for, and not take accountability for the guilt. And if you say I didn't even, and Rusty probably would be the one to actually pick up on that because he's the one paying the most attention, and Rusty wasn't the last person on that list. I'll put it that way. And that's kind of my point. And that's not me saying do better. That's me saying, hey man, I noticed this, and I'm not saying it anymore, but hey, look at this olive branch of how I'm still gonna be deep as fuck, but not let you hide from thinking you're dumb when that's just society. This is a safe space now, dude. They can't do anything to us. And it's free. No ads. Spread the word. If I need to be as controversial as saying like, hey guys, I'm an atheist. And if you like the irony that I live as the modern day Jesus in a world that wants me dead, come have fun. If that made you uncomfortable, you're not a part of my fucking audience. So come fucking fight me about it, and I'll show you how I said it in love. Y'all can try the out of context shit. Y'all can try everything. There's nothing to take from me, dude. And I have nothing but love for any of you. So, that said, let's play the video game. I was on that save, wasn't I? All right, so there's a point I do have to make, and the underline that the folks that have been with the community. Do you see how I say I'm fading? Like I set up the bed for a reason. I'm definitely gonna sleep tonight. The fact that this right here is already set up to perfectly show exactly what I'm trying to say, exactly when I'm trying to say it. Which sets me up for an interesting segue because, like, look. When I say that this stream was there for me when I'm at my worst, in that only I realized that I never had friends, or in some cases family, to begin with. And it's okay, is my conclusion. But I do frame it as I don't care because it's true. And unless you're paying attention, that will trigger you and is meant to. But you're just proving my point. Because this right here is Satisfactory. It is a game by Coffee Stain that I don't think has the right words, but I'll damn sure try to find them because they're worthy of that. I don't remember the prices, not as much as games usually are. And for what it delivers, it should be worth quadruple. And I say that in acknowledgement of thinking money doesn't exist. I'm just saying in value alone, because value doesn't go away if you take money away. And that's what they seem to think when they try to equate attention with value. Or fucking quality with value, dude. You may be asking to yourself, holy shit, what? Satisfactory? I mean, that does look like a Satisfactory build. What kind of game is this? Because I guarantee you haven't heard about it. Because only the people like those that appreciate the fact that this is a game where you can do anything for any reason. There is a storyline you can follow. Yes. There is a fucking gorgeous world. And in my 300, 400 hours so far, second playthrough that this is a, remember, the tour of the first. We're in the second. I haven't gotten back to it yet, but like Coffee Stain. Coffee Stain simulated the GOAT enough to become something better. That is my review of this game. And y'all can use that clip. And I'll keep saying I'm going the Hassan Piker route. Because his route is the only thing that made sense with the morals, guys. And I need help trying to figure out how to monetize it. I do. I need the help from y'all. Somebody needs to run that shit. Because I have to, you know, I have to know that I can trust my community. And I have to know that y'all too will also be corrupt free. So we're going to make it a communal effort, and if y'all want to be a part of that communal effort, I'm happy to make the decision. I trust my instinct. I just don't want y'all to see change and be like, oh, and it wouldn't matter if you did, but don't y'all see the point? And I may have said that I would have separated it, but it's just like, that's what I meant by, you know. This is who it's going to be. This is who I am. I'm ADHD. I'm INFJ. I'm traumatic intelligence, and y'all threw me to the wind. And the ones that kept me up during my worst time while it was happening became a parachute. And guess what? Satisfactory is still fun. Now, Coffee saying you don't have to use that dramatic one, but you can. I feel like y'all have a sense of humor. Especially because dark humor only works when it's from someone that understands. So that's what people also don't seem to get. Y'all don't do humor right, let alone dark humor. Not anymore, at least. I'm trying to remind y'all, dude. Like, just because y'all have so many choices in games or media in general doesn't mean you can't have critical thought. Because for anyone that's ever thought my music was good at all, whatever degree, I'm not looking for fishing, dude. Anybody that does anything like that will get something like this. This is the warning. So consider it when, like, in the Discord, if I'm coming in and be like, hey man, coming out, this dude it, that going out, blah 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 blah. And I'm gonna be playing mind games this entire time until I really do feel like I'm heard. But the point is that it's not to berate people. If people feel like I'm coming on to them, I feel like there's enough information I've already fucking spewed out to do my final, like, this is gonna be my final push, guys. Let's fucking ride. Do you see what I'm fucking talking about? Rusty, were you waiting for your timing? Be truthful. There's no way I believe that timing was real. There's no way I believe that timing was real. Did you time that shit? Because... You can't... It's a good thing, before you freak out. It's a good thing. Do you see? I don't think I have... No, you just made a perfect clip. But I do need you to watch these VODs more often. Not just spread the music. I can spread the music now. Rusty, that thing that you just did is the perfect essence of exactly what I've been trying to tell you, dude. Like, I get that you're... However old you're insinuating you are, minor or just turned 18, I get that you're someone like me. The reason why I think this team in particular, works as a narrative is because... I'm not... you tell me. Nah, fuck it. You don't tell me. You tell me what you feel about this. I gotta stick to principles. I'm getting used to this just like y'all are. That's what I'm trying to, like, accentuate. And if anybody wanted to hear the end of that point, it's coming up, I'm sure. Because it's not like anyone's here to stop what's happening. But I feel like people are gonna start watching the VODs. So... more often, I should say, or maybe even interacting so that I can actually interact, because I'm a streamer that's gonna be... I'm trying to change the game if y'all let. And I know that y'all know the rules. You can't say you don't know the rules. The first 10 seconds you came in, I'm not getting on to you in Rusty. You know what? And your reward. Do you see what I'm talking about? I hope that somebody that, like, further down the line, Rusty, I need you to understand that you're both. This is so perfect. You're both, like, doing the Rusty thing of kind of interrupting, but also perfectly proving at the perfect time the point I was trying to make. That's what I'm saying. It's the perfect. Rusty, when I say that you have ADHD. Or ADHD even, and you know you have autism, I'm telling you that I know for a fact I see my young you. Like, I see my young me in you. Like, I see the kid that sees the adult and, like, wait a minute, how is that guy functioning in that world? And I understand that that's something that is jarring to hear to you. But it's the kind of thing that I see all the time. And not only is that an opinion that you can't take away from me, regardless of whether you say no way, just like you have always been doing. And I know you're capable of, with the stuff that you've been saying right there, especially. And the fact that you hear it all first time, every time. Even after I've basically sent a nuke on my social structure, old and new. The point of which being like, hey, yeah, I know you're mad, but look, there's enough info out there at this point that you better come correct. And while this was not correct, which is not new for you, Rusty, and I think you know at this point I'm not getting on to you, which is also why I'm laughing during this. I'm never trying to be right, and I think you understand that. And I literally did snap at you about your stance on immigration. And I challenge you, to anyone that's watching the VODs, and this is to you, Rusty, as well, because you have something in this. I'm asking you, why is that? Why is it that you came back immediately, even though I would argue like that's the exact kind of thing that somebody would have pushed away from normally? Because I can't keep saying it over and over again if I don't feel like I feel like it's working, but people still don't know why it's working, and that's really just doesn't change anything for me other than I'm more confident. I still don't have an audience. If my audience doesn't feel like they need to listen, then they're just listening because I'm saying the logical truth and they can't fight that and still don't know why. Does that make sense? I'll accept that. And while you're pondering on that, the point is, this game is about making systems. You can follow a storyline, you can even lock the fuck in and get all of these things. I wouldn't know anything about. Oh wait, what's that? I would? You're right, 2% gain. There's nothing you can't rethink of, because even if you get through this shit, guess what? They all have recipes. They all have optimizations. They all have different unlock points. And by the time you get to the last unlock point, you may have found a different recipe that's on an RNG basis. So you know what I just realized in my head? I'll be the RNGs that's on your cross if you want. But only let me get off of it instead. Because like Jesus died on his at 33, I want to get off mine at 34. So RNGesus, hear our prayers. No, Rusty, hear me. Your concern is continuing to sow the world, but I just went I went so nuclear on anybody on anybody that knows me and hears that. And again, I won't share it. So unless y'all do, they ain't gonna hear it. But trust me. And I don't think you did, because you were typing up something that, like, you know, don't go on the cross, because that's what, like, because that's I get it. I get what you're saying, but you're not hearing me. And I think that there's enough information. Like, I'd argue that you should be listening to the hours of stuff that I put up before you come back to stream. But because you think I want you to be here on stream more than I want you to know the stuff in that stuff, that's where you're wrong. But it's okay. You can stay here. If this is what you would rather do, you can stay here. I'm just saying, you can't hide from stuff like that anymore. You can deny it if you'd like, but just know it'll delay the stream for the rest of everyone else, because I'm not going to be able to let it go. So by the time we get big, that's how we scale this. By the time we get big, we'll keep this video game so I can have my fun and not just keep going. And I'll do stuff deep with the video games for new people, but like, this is how I have to have this work. And my point to you is that my cross is done. I bore my cross, and I'm an atheist. And dude, the irony should be palpable so much. It should be so palpable that Francis just like laughed. Like, I fucking told you. You guys sent JD Vance, you should have sent this guy. And if that makes you mad, good, come talk. That's my point, dude. Because I'm not wrong. I can fucking argue my point. You can't. And that makes you mad, so you stay away. My friends and family don't talk to me until I make it clear, at the expense of myself, and only because out of my love for them. I don't need to do anything for any of y'all, but I will, because I don't care. And that doesn't mean what you think it means, because words have meanings. And y'all can't seem to handle one, let alone the fucking plethora of those available and the meanings that they're packaged in, along with the nuances, the little flares. I just want y'all to listen, not to my rants here, because this is going to be the same. And if you just love it, listening to me talk, that's one thing. You can continue to do so. It seeps in. I know it seeps in. I can tell in y'all's behavior. I'm fine with that. But if you want me to keep you as a mod, like, do I need to clear the mod list? That's a good idea. I don't want to take away your mod list. This is not a threat. But I do think that my mods, at the very least, those that hold the sword, do I need to make it like a, because that was cool to me. Those that hold the sword, Rusty? And that's the thing, Rusty, I'm not coming on to you. I am pointing out the guilt you should be feeling. Not trying to discredit the praise you're seeking. That's what I'm saying. All y'all motherfuckers that say go to a therapist, send your therapist here. And then tell me to go to a therapist. And I say it with love. Let's play video games, dude. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, the point I've been trying to make, and I will never be able to continue a point, so that's what y'all's job here is, if you should be inspired to do so. If you're inspired by a clip, just clip it. If you want to make a whole video, keep the money. Just spread the word and funnel it here. I'll do the rest. Keep the money on your thing. I'm never going to sue you. And I own the music for everything except for the games I play, so good luck with that. Push back. That's horseshit. So that's my only ask. If you take the horseshit of whatever the pushback you get, because you will, they pushed me back on my own song. And if you want to hear that story, I can go into that someday in like some video. But I'm not just going to bitch about it for the sake of bitching about it. I need people to, like, you know, if you want to play a role in where this goes, I'm not stopping you. But I'm also not going to let you dictate. Not anymore. I want to be a part of the community. I'm trying to remind y'all what the fuck a community is. And I think we've got a good start. And like I said in Discord, y'all already called me captain at a time where I didn't really feel ready. And I don't care, so, like, you know, Jesus, in Jesus, take the wheel. Y'all think I planned this shit. This is just how my mind works, dude. And I'm finally letting it run free over the ridges of the dunes and into the dawns of the grays. Y'all's writing has gotten so fucking bad that I felt the need to just come in here and just wreck shit, dude. Y'all just could have kept me entertained. Y'all just could have kept me fucking thing. Okay, alright, then if you did not think that I was coming on to you, then you are proving my point exactly, but the good way, in the good way, in that was a projection on my part, which I'm always free to do, but just know that if you feel like I misunderstood you through the words that I'm saying on a platform that I'm the one that is audible at whatever moment, if I can hear you, that's different. But if it's text like that, and you think I misunderstood you, on a platform where engagement only helps, and someone can clearly keep up if as long as you're using fucking words and not, you know, just believe in yourself. Or at the very least know that I do, because, like, I'll figure it out, dude. Y'all don't see me reading through y'all's typos and correcting it for you and not making fun of you for it, dude. Like, ignorance... Ignorance is only a crime if it's willful, guys. That's it. And these are the type of gems that once you get to the point where you're like, because I'm telling you, these are bars. And if you start clipping it, the algorithm will see people are excited. And they go through it and they're like, okay, well, this is saying this about this. These people like that. Once we get the logic crowd here, guys, do you see how logic works? You're a logical person. You don't believe it, but I'm telling you the script. But I can't make you do it. And I'm going to have fun either way. So just know. This is a call to action, one that I never make, and one that the only one I ever will make. But I do need help. This is minimal effort for a reason. That's the effect of grassroots. Y'all have been stuck in a place where like you are in the right to not want to do anything because the world is broken. I'm telling you, I can fix it if you listen. And I've given you a route with which to be paid to do so. And I swear to God, if someone says, I don't know, these go out the second just do some effort. That's it. That's it. My neurodivergents know what I'm talking about. Even some of them might not know, but I guarantee you the only ones that try to are them. So, like, the only people I see know spread stuff like Neil. And then when I manage to get out, I pay Patreon $5 on the night that they're taking questions. Like the last night they're taking a question with a question I've been thinking of forever. And you know what? I'm petty enough not to say what it is because I don't want to remind them. That's how confident in this kind of confidence I am, guys. That's the whole test. That's how all of this stuff was running in the back of my mind. So let me do even if you don't understand, trust that I'm saying something that makes sense. And science is something that Neil might like. But, that might be the Gruden-Kruger effect for me, right? Yeah, Neil. I'm John Swilly. Swilly. So if you're not going to get someone's name right, let alone acknowledge that it could be something else, which I would argue, you're all about arguments and logic, proves the side that I'm trying to correct. Regardless of your fucking love and preaching of fucking logic. I'm out for all of you, but only out of the love that you swear you still have, and there's nothing for you to take from me. And if you want to know what I mean, Rusty, you, me, and the gang, we're gonna break that if y'all let me. But I'm done trying to do 100% of the work, dude. Neil, the point I'm making, if you've perused that, or like maybe he rage quit, he may get the video tagged and then run from it like he did the question itself. Because I'm doing this somewhat intentionally because the courage that I got to put a question I put thought to, and actually by some grace of RN Jesus himself. I know you don't understand, Rusty. I need you to understand. You need to let me say it just because it's happening. When you say hun like that, it's gonna trigger me because that's one thing, Rusty. I need you to understand this. If I'm going like that, saying I don't understand is exactly the point I'm trying to make. That's gonna both trigger me and just stop. I'll literally pause games from now on. If that's the punishment, if that's the Pavlov's bell I need to do. Because at this point, if I haven't proven that this is my stream and how compassionate I am for you and that I am not coming on to you when I say that, which you've already proven you're not. I know you're engaging out of love and that the only thing you're doing right now is going, what are you saying? But wrong time. But that's the trick with dark comedy if you don't know how to use it. And your respect to both just drop it with an acknowledgement word is exactly why, bro, you're my A1 since day one. I want you to know that. Because day one is now. And like, we can change the world, dude. The world's the only one that has to show up, dude. We're here. So I need you to trust that you actually understand this, because I am telling you you do. Because it's clearly true to me that you're at least willing to try if you don't. And you seem to have all the time in the world during the day. And I don't know, y'all seem concerned with the little things that show up, but you're doing the same thing that I've been yelling at everyone for. With love. But none of it matters if the people that I'm still got, which are y'all, I do believe y'all are still the only ones actively still trying. If it stays y'all still trying, I'm telling y'all, all those clips and stuff you enjoyed, they're done. I'm not clipping anymore. That's not out of protest, but it is out of protest. I'm here. This is my job now. Or lack thereof, because it doesn't make money yet. That's my problem. The fact I have to both have one that does, and the fact that I still, even though it's the closest I've been to just being able to run my mouth and say profound stuff and still play video games, that I see people making millions for and gatekeeping everything, like and it's not their fault, but if that triggers you, come fucking like play me in chess. I don't fucking know. That's the whole point. Anyone that feels triggered by these messages they either have my number IRL if it's someone I know, or they have access to something I don't even run ads on anymore. So if you're that impatient to not even, and if I don't feel rude with making this the last time that I ever feel the need to say this much on the stream that I've been saying so much, well then, Rusty, I'm gonna have to ask you to spread the word that that's what I expect the mods to be doing. You spread the word. You are my head mod now. I'll adjust it if I need to. If you already have that privilege, you can take everyone else's head mod and just leave yours, because again, you're the only one here consistently, even when shit changes. And again, I see the reason why I fight you so hard on so much, Rusty. Do you want to go deep right now? Because I'm not afraid of it anymore. And do you want to play chess? Because it's a perfect segue. Fuck them. If they want to hear this story, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to fucking play it. I'm going to hear, what about the story? Well, where the fuck were you? I don't give a fuck. This is how my mind works. But I love you. And if you're still interested, regardless of that little snap, stay with us and see if Rusty wants to play chess, because I have a story about chess. Rusty, how did you feel for real in private when we were playing chess and on those chats, all I'm trying to point out there being, it wasn't on the stream, but while we were playing, and I was like, yeah, and then kind of insinuating you were cheating. Did you ever pick up that I was insinuating you were cheating? And this requires you to think back, so I don't mind if you think. You have to think back. So never think you have to be keeping up. I 100% knew you were cheating and was trying to make you think about the repercussions. So when you pushed back and then went on to be proven to be cheating, but only because I had called you out for someone else cheating against me that I had shown you, and then realized it was for someone else before you did, and so you just admitted it because of a guilty conscience. That's the kind of level that I'm always at. That's the point I'm making, and I talk about it and all of that stuff. So if you really want to understand who I am, or at the very least want to continue not being called out by me and have a good time here, or I mean, you can be having a good time here being called out. I try to make it fun regardless, but if that makes you uncomfortable and you're lazy, that's fine. Or if that makes you uncomfortable, you should get what I'm saying. You should get, and I know you do. I'm not going to try to make you articulate exactly that, I'm just saying that that's the kind of stuff that don't be illogical around me applies to y'all. Just because I'm praising y'all in the Discord, I praise everyone if they're logical, is my point. Oh, yeah, it's definitely gonna be sleep tonight. Chess. Alright, so how about after the fact? After the fact. When I berated you, or whenever you felt like I wasn't gonna bring it up again, I brought it up. What did you think that was? How'd you feel? Yes, this is therapy speak. Yes, I actually know how to use it. So please, think about it. Because while you can weaponize this shit, y'all don't know how to, and I'm the only one that fucking bears the brunt of it, so I'll just fucking pick up the pieces. I got all the time. The fact you have to ask, like, it does hurt, but I'm fine with it. But, like, that's the kind of stuff, like, Rusty, all of this is on VOD. And if I can hold that kind of information that y'all feel like you can ask and get away with, and I say get away with only because I'm putting boundaries like this down now. My brother, biological brother, and everyone I know in real life except for literally people that can count on one hand are basically written out of my life. So, you know, that's the kind of stakes that we're talking about, the kind of change we're talking about. Dude, I'm bald now, but like actually, and technically by choice, but also balding, so, you know. Come at me, bro, or don't. But I'm not gonna sit here, like, I'll sit here and point out the fact that it's fucking crazy that I need to point out how you should know that kind of thing if we're gonna be on the same page. But that said, I'll still finish the story. How did you feel when I was continuously calling you out about cheating? You can be honest. It's not a trick. It's never a trick. I do have a point. Your Honor, I do have a point. Y'all motherfuckers are on trial, but like, it's with Logic, not me. I'm the fucking lawyer. Logic's the client. Okay, well, that's a very interesting thing to dissect on your own, but, you know, we don't have to do that in public or at all. That's something I want y'all to be able to do. Because I think I used to feel that way too, which is why it's not jarring to me. That's something I used to say to people all the time in high school. I don't feel anything. And that's the same thing when I say I'm not surprised, how I worded it earlier when I say I see the young me when I look at you. And I'm not even seeing you. I'm seeing the person in a digital chat that you're comfortable enough to let me see through text alone. That you yourself aren't even comfortable enough to say you're good at. That's the levels of love that I have for everyone, and patience that I'm willing to show for those that are willing to do the same for me, man. And it's not a tall ask, and I'm not angry when I say it. And the guilt you may or may not feel isn't my problem. Now let's play chess. Which game are we doing? And just know this will be your best chance to beat me right now, because I'm on fire, but I'm also like, I'm learning why the little things become hard. And if all you have to say is if the correction here is instead of huh, that's all I'm asking for, dude. That's called progress. It's not very much, but I don't know what's going on internally. That implies that something. And I never expect anything less from you, Rusty. Which is why you're day one, bro. You're really exemplifying exactly how this works or can work. if y'all let it. But you have to spread the message, and it has to be authentic. Do you know how cool it was when I started seeing that it slipped through? Me just randomly in Satisfactory, just like ranting, saying something, doing whatever, tired, about to go to sleep, when I'm checking the end and there's clips that I didn't make and I didn't title. After hundreds and hundreds of clips, finally someone did when I wasn't expecting them to, at a time I didn't expect them to. And that's why I want to say, like, I know that there are people that can't watch it every time. That's why I want y'all to be a part of the Discord, so that y'all can answer those things when I ask you, and not make my RSD flare up on accident when you don't acknowledge it at all. Like, if you don't have something to say, just press a you know the drill. Y'all are fucking kids. Like, don't make me tell you how to fucking use the internet. Or how to research what I have, when I've told you what I have now in the depth I dare you to find in the world. So that's not my issue anymore. You can't tell me to stop anymore. But if you're still willing to ride, which you seem to be, you're more than. I just need to be able to do it the way that I see it. Because it's usually right, and I'm sorry y'all have a problem with that. That wasn't y'all, Rusty, you know? And you didn't say anything, so I know that you weren't thinking it, and let that be my olive branch, to say that I'm always going to do the psychoanalysis for both of us, or all of us, or 60 million of us if we need to. We're going to have to figure things out as we go, because energies are energies are energies are energies. That's what I mean when I say I need my mods when I'm saying these things. So, like, while I do say I need you to spread the word, because I've already said it in the thing, I can't keep repeating myself, because it's for that RSD. Y'all need to look these things up and see what I mean when I say these things, because I hear you when you say I won't. That's not what I'm wanting here. If what you're doing is defending another thing that I was never accusing you of, and if that's confusing, that is also doing it. So go watch the videos where I actually have the time to not be flustered by being misunderstood by people I want to be understood by. Especially in a time where I don't care. So don't make me look harsh, but I'm more than happy to do so. Because I've sprinkled this with, like, more than a copious amount. It's not even sugar coated, dude. It's like fucking... It's basically Advil, but dipped in, like... I don't know. Cheese Whiz or something. Y'all ever had Advil and Cheese Whiz, dude? Well, look at that. Something tells me that was good timing too. It's not like I'm against. It's not. I'm not closing doors here. I'm also not calling y'all out. I'm letting people that are that are paying attention pick up on the little things. But especially the context of what's going on and the fact that this is happening, I will accept that this should be enough subtlety going forward. But that's my only olive branch. If you feign ignorance, I won't ask you to type something, but if you feign ignorance, like, because it applies to everyone. I've burnt bridges. It showed me who's left. It's fine. It's okay. I love you either way, but don't be fake. Go into variants. Oh yeah, I can do 201. How do I do that? He said on his 84-day stream. Hold on. You're gonna have to make it, dude. He said as he got the thing. I wasn't accusing you. I'm just saying, like, this is like, Rusty is like that. He's a timing machine, dude. That's what I'm saying. It's the perfect dude. He's like the perfect. I'm like more ADHD leaning, and he's autistic. We're together. We're ADHD. We're like a comic book duo, dude. Water. What game is this? The first player to get their king to the 4 central squares or checkmates the opponent wins. Okay, so only one new rule. Damn, I should have probably done the other one, right? Interesting. That's greed. That's greed over strategy. Fair enough. That's the other thing you gotta think about, Rusty. Y'all act like I was memorizing. Y'all think I got time to fucking memorize openings? I hate the opening. That's why it's funny you want to challenge me to do these other things. I love the challenge, but it's not like I fucking play chess like that. You should be thinking of the fact that every time over here, I look at the brilliance. It's fun to think that like y'all think that means anything, but you don't notice that the number changes. They're just trying to sell you the fucking thing. But we could talk about that. The thing I'm noticing is that I'm getting like best. 90% best, blah, 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 on something that I don't train on. It's just logic. And then I get you over there trying to tell me, hey, stop. Yeah, of course you think of the right move. You sit there and think. And I'm like, these people need RNGesus, dude. I know you don't know openings, dude. I don't know openings. I do as I learn them through playing the game, but it's not like it's not like I memorize them. I notice the patterns like many others. I play no more like Capablanca, who I'm pretty sure said something along the lines of like I don't know like 20 moves ahead. I just know the best move on the board. I play something like that. That's why I always like the black side of the board, because my natural style is reactive anyway. Because you can do the memorization thing, but unless the person, that's where cheating comes into play, and it's not fair. And the point that I berated you, because I know that I'm not going to get like and this isn't disappointment, but it's just like, you know, this is the kind of thinking that I need y'all to be willing to do if you want to like come in, interject, and actually have me interact with what you're saying. Like if you want me to like stop the stuff that I say anymore, it needs to be worth it. And that includes stuff like this. So basically, if I'm interacting with you at all, it is always out of love, and I'll establish that by allowing myself not to feel the need to protect your potential offense at what was never intended to be so. And whether or not you get that, you will. Stick around, you will, dog, I promise. The point being, I was adamant because I was that dude. I cheated when I was 16 in chess. I had a chess account that I loved, user is high, and I cheated. I don't even remember how many times. It became that addictive. And because I was much better than you, I got away with it longer, which is why I was so surprised. I kept waiting for the perfect timing. I thought it was about to get. That's why I thought it was you. I wasn't even trying to get you. It wasn't a trick. It's just funny that it happened like that. That's how good I could see it. And how guilty you were to think that's the little nuances though. But I saw it because I knew the frustration you felt, at feeling like you weren't immediately great at something in the first 5 minutes. Only because you were playing someone that was better at you in the moment. And not realizing that that is always something that can not only be changed over time, but in a game like chess, I mean, people resign on games where one little slip up or psychological like interchange will change the whole thing. And it's all about how one handles pressure. And it's all about how one can be able to see the entire board rather than just seeing what's ahead of the person they're trying to move. Do you know what it's called when someone's trying to move someone else? It's called manipulation. And the thing is that manipulation is a two-sided coin like anything else. And at that time of my life, I was in the midst of choices. And I'm not trying to say I'm a saint. I'm not, as y'all call it, virtue signaling, but we can have a day where y'all want to ask how I feel about your buzzwords. I'll use them so you kind of understand. I used to out of desperate like calls that I'm still almost making, but like I don't care still. I know the way you speak, you can't hide with your languages. Language is my thing. And one of the languages is deception. And manipulators beware, because I know it because I almost became you. So like, it's not that I'm calling you out of this guy sees me and must be destroyed. It's like, dude, I'm trying to like save your life, dog. So, cause they ain't gonna, and it doesn't help, because that earlier point being like, it immediately, it not only like did it ruin my fucking like, oh my god, it ruined my confidence for, in a time when it was building, and I already hinted at it, but I only like reiterated it because I was proud of you, but I did feel that rage of like that earlier. So it's not even like I'm getting at you so like I can, I really need to teach this kid. No, it's like, I want y'all to see this is how you need to be willing to look at situations, not just like, and I'm willing to do this right now. I'm doing it for me because I have like 3 or 4 different sides, but like, if I can teach y'all how to think if y'all allow me to do so, and just shut up and sit down, or sit down and listen and only feel the need to add in if you have like a question or what have you. Milan, I know he's not here. You can speak in languages I don't know. Honestly, that's perfect. That's perfect. Rusty may have found the... Do you see what I'm saying? Rusty found the key. I can't do the little cute little Google Translate. That'll break up the thing. See? That's a great move. I mean, it still distracted me, but it made for a great bit. Because that's also why the clips that were not supposed to work from a channel that's not supposed to work were working. Because like when y'all see me laugh and that goes viral, the ones you've been seeing go viral are fake as fuck. or they're forced. And that's fake in a different mask. And I'm telling y'all that I've lived such a broken life that I've somehow survived. So I don't make that Jesus comparison like very lightly at all. And I'm very, very, very confident in having that conversation with the Christians that would just be checking something off of my list. Because nobody's safe from logic if they come at me with its ugly cousin, illogica. Nah, she's cool. She's cool. She is ugly, but she's cool. So, dress her up nice. She's still getting shut down. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I mean to say. It's like I never meant it to shame, even though I dressed it up as shame, Rusty. I just want you to know that in retrospect. Like that's the kind of stuff I want y'all to apply, because that's what people are hard to apply. Is that the second that I get in y'all's face, after all this repression, the whole point is proven. I came at you abrasively enough, but also logically enough that I was sound. Almost like a chess game. To where you were like, I need to get, okay, and then Rusty, when I tell you that you're quicker than like 99% of the people and you're telling yourself you're dumb, that is not your fault. Twitch, clip that. I'm going to sleep, guys. Y'all have some stuff to think about. I know you have chills. I have chills. I only get chills when it's something that's the truth, and it happens all the time. Y'all think about that too. Love you.